Hey, what's up guys? This is Eric at EM Motors and Launch Vans here. Just wanted to do a quick video of this fresh build that we have coming out of the shop. Apologize for the wind, it's a little breezy up here. I'm not sure how it's going to come across since we just use a fancy phone here for our videos. But this one, the customer brought us a van as they're becoming more readily available. It's kind of nice. You can bring us your van, new or used. But this is a 24 super loaded all-wheel drive, 4-cylinder high output, 144 high roof. And it was a cargo van. Oh no, this was a crew van. Is how it came to us. So it had the factory 3-person bench, the factory little windows, crew windows they call them, that weren't ventilated. And then we basically gutted it and turned it into this. And so the color is pebble gray, just so you know. We did do some Baja Design Squadron Pros here on that RB Components mount. You can switch the clear or amber on those. We ended up doing, or he chose to do a Fiamma F80S awning up there in the factory roof rails. No roof rack on this one. Basically it started out as a dream builder, and then we added a few things, and then he chose to not take the time to build it out himself so that he can use it this year, and so he hired us to build it for him. So I'll show you the few extras that he actually did quite a few extras, but our dream builder is kind of a great package to begin with, and then you can add to it just like we did here, or turn it into a full custom as far as the build goes, inside or out. So our dream builder's kind of set up to become whatever you need it to become in the future, or you can use it just the way it is. But yeah, so we added some nice lights up to the front there. He's going to add some other lights later in the future, some marker lights front and back, which are going to be cool. He wanted a single under the awning light there, so we used the rigid scene light on this one. He chose the flatline their steps, which I really like. There's a good wide step. They look good. They give you some protection from some of the elements, whether it's tree that I've backed into before, or some rocks, things like that. Our dream builder comes with the 2 big crew ventilated windows and the 10x33 awning ventilated windows with screens, and so you're ready to go there. You can kind of see the tip of the Max air fan that's open. We use the 7500 Deluxe, so it comes with a remote. It comes with auto mode, so you can set it to open and close on its own. That shroud allows it to be open during travel and rain. And then it has 10 speeds intake or exhaust, so it works really good to crack a window, crack that thing on, and move some air in the van. So that's the one we like to use. He upgraded basically to a full Galley, full electrical system from Victron, and a full water and water heater system on this one. So you can kind of see we have the short power here for a 30 amp plug. You can see the little awning leg mounts if you want to mount the awning legs in those little brackets on the body. Otherwise you can mount the awning legs on the ground and stake them if you want to. So he had us add a Baja Design S2 on the rear up there. And so he'll have lights on both sides when he's at camp at night. He had us add a Van Compass tug step. Real simple, we love it. Gives you a good platform to step up and out into the van. Whether it's just changing your sheets, moving your bed panels out to haul some bigger items. And so that's a nice step. We love using that. Have a water fill port on this side on the exterior. And then you can see the other windows and the step on this side. So that step allows for a ladder if you wanted to add it here, that space, but he chose to forgo that. But you can add that. Oh, he did do the tear wagon, the fender armor on the sides, and of course we did the Mondo mud guards to help open up the wheel well for these 275 7017 BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tires, mounted on black Rhino Arsenal wheels. Those look really good. Good offset, so it looks sharp. Kind of see they poke out just a little bit, but it looks good. Kind of ties the off-road look of the van. And so anyway, let's open the back here. So galley is on the left side here, so water stays on the galley side because we don't run any of the lines outside of the van. Everything's inside, even these insulated wall panels, so that you can use the van 4 seasons as long as you're running your heater. And so it's 4 seasons capable if you want to. This is the electrical box here. I think we may wrap this to match this material here. I'm not sure, but we built the galley out of this hex ply material that looks good, which I'll show you when we get into the front there. But this is housing 400 amp hour Victron electrical system. It has a multi plus 3000, so big inverter charger, and then a servo brain to control the color control GX, solar controller, Orion, alternator charging, all that good stuff is all in this compact box here. We have some seats here from CVC that are removable. Same company that JMG uses for their seats. So those are really nice. One person can remove those seats with a few bolts within 30, 60 seconds if you have a little power ratchet. So those are super nice when you want to remove those by yourself. Don't have to go underneath the van. The bracket is integrated into the floor, into the subfloor when we do it. So when those are removed, you have the floor that runs through. It's really inconspicuous. You can't see, that there was seats there necessarily. You can tell, but it just blends in better and looks nicer. But we like to put some L-track on the some Max L-track on the boxes. We like to use their nice little arrows. I think they look really good. We have lights on both sides so that when your gear's in here at night, you can kind of hopefully see everything. We have some flush mount L-track here in the floor for your fork mounts. And then we like to put some on the rear side. So if you put like some gearboxes or something, you can run a strap over those with some of these L-track accessories. A little light switch for that light. And then we have your shower port and mixer valve, so you can shower back here and get some hot water. So this has a 20-gallon or 22-gallon freshwater tank. It has a Bosch water heater system, electric water heater that he wanted. And then this is kind of the setup we like, because this thing will kind of extend really far. So if you're rinsing off your mountain bikes, your dogs, or just taking a shower or whatever, that works out really well. And then tons of pressure. I don't know if you can see how far that thing is shooting, but that thing, you can clean your van off if you wanted to. Anyway, have a little level monitor with some backlighting. It's harder to see in the van, but you can kind of see the level there. More L-track on this side. Again, you can tie your mountain bike tires to it or whatever else you can think of. And then garage lights, let's see here. One of them is your garage lights here on this box. Water pump here and water pump up on the galley, so you can turn on the water from either location. And then a ball valve, so you press this and it opens up the ball valve underneath, so you can drain your fresh water tank. And then we have another gray tank underneath the galley, and you can see those two switches there. One is your water pump switch, and the other is the drain for your gray tank on the galley side. So, not like to leave access to the water systems. Everything's accessible here, and then that box comes off with a screw there and a screw on that end. You have access to your distributor fuses, and then that lid pops off too, and then access to your fuse block there. So super simple, accessible, serviceable, which is super important. Like to give you a 110 outlet here in the back in the garage. We like to give you a cigarette lighter style plug in the back here in the garage for pumps and things like that. We also like to do a 3 or 4 way switch here for the lights, so you can turn on and off and dim the lights here from the switch here. Some USB and USB-C plugs for charging on both sides. In bed, 10 by 33 awning windows, so you can see what's going on out there. Open them up for some ventilation. You can have them open during rain so that you don't get rained on versus the sliders. And then he had us put the max fan more in the middle of the van because we normally put it in the rear position. And so that's where that is. But L-track up here. We have bracing behind the walls and the ceiling, so that if you do want to do L-track in these locations for cabinets or just install cabinets, you have tons of bracing to tie into. And then we like to do this L-track here in the corner and use these little accessory hooks to hang your packs and hats and mugs and all kinds of gear there. You can even use those little rings. And Campo makes some cool bags that latch into these if you wanted some additional removable storage on either side or both. And so that's pretty cool. We haven't finished this yet. I'm just doing a shakedown, but those are your 110 breakers there without labels yet. And then you can see a little USB, USB-C outlet there. A nice little shelf. You can set your phone or tablet or something like that on there to charge up there. Give you a little space. Put a little plant up there, whatever you want. And we like to finish off all the pillars and trim them out so they just look more finished and sharp. We put a lifetime warranty on our builds for the original owner, and we like to do things and use components that last, and that hopefully will never give you any problems. But if you do, come see us. I don't care if it's 10 years. I want to see my vans, years from now. And if we got some D-lam on a panel or on a box, I mean, we can fix it for free. So anyway, super important to us. Take care of the customer. But let's go look inside. Let's see our Lawrence T-vent windows. Awning light. We like to give you this little cubby and extra floor space for feet, or sometimes we put the galley in this location here. So he wanted to have a couple seats that are removable, and so and still get a galley in here, and still kind of keep the space open. And so those seats are super comfy. CVC seats, CVC something seats, same seats as JMG. And so, yeah. And then we notched the galley and kind of made the galley as shallow as possible for this seat position. Have a nice, this is a 115 liter isotherm. It's a newer one with a bigger freezer in this size. So that's pretty cool. He had us order that specific. Kind of has a brushed silver look versus the stainless, more shiny look. This van was a cruise, so those don't come with factory swivels. You can't get them because of the bench seat that's here normally. And so we added some Alpine mechanism swivels because they're super, super low profile and kind of the best of the best. We have our S-Bar S2 diesel heater there. So super important to have swivel seats to kind of have a nice hangout area for, in this case, 4 people pretty comfortably. 4 adults, whether you're changing, whether you're playing some games or chatting after a ride or something like that. It's just nice and open. You get a portable pedestal table that you can have here. And so swivel seats are super, super key to using the space efficiently here. And then, so yeah, for these guys, we like to have outlets for them. So we have 12 volt USB, USB-C, and 110 power there. Also, if you can see it tucked back here, so both people can charge their devices while traveling if you need to. Like I mentioned, the Victron system here. This is the Color Touch 70. So, you know, it's all wired up for solar. He's going to do solar panels later, but that would be where your solar reads through. Just lets you know what your DC power is going in or out. Right now we're using 6.2 amps or 81 watts of DC power. And then you can turn your inverter on here, or even more simple, turn it on here from the controller. You can limit how much current when you're plugged into shore power comes out, so you don't pop your breaker if you're using your garage breaker at home. That's usually a 15 amp circuit, so you can dial that down. Or if you're at an RV park or something, you can pull 30 amps, crank that up to 30, charge those batteries faster if you want to. But this display is super nice just to see what's going on, and there's a couple different versions, and the water heater's on. So but yeah, you can come in here and go into some menus and just start doing and checking and changing things. But it's nice to have this big monitor. S-bar diesel heater controller here, thermostat controller. Again, another place so you can turn your lights on or off and dim. They're press and hold for dim and press and hold to brighten back up. You can have these light up too if you hold them for, I think it's 5 seconds. Oops, I have to be off. So press and hold, and you can hold on here. I know they do it. Yeah, the backlighting lights up. So the lights had to be off. But you can turn these on so that they're a little bit more in your face, or they're pretty bright at night, so you can have them off. So anyway, some cool little switches that we like to use. Access to easy access to if we need to get back in here for some service stuff. But super nice slam latches. Hex ply cabinets look really good. Some bloom hinges that are adjustable. So some good storage here. Did a Ravati sink. Get their little strainer if you want to use that. So nice pull out faucet here. Hot and cold water. Usually kind of a usable surface there. He had us extend the countertop here. And so you just get a little bit more counter space versus having a pop-up, won't rattle. And then all this stuff is removable so you can access things. Nice big drawer here on the bottom. Got a bamboo. Then he had us do a kind of a more shallow drawer. Get a silverware drawer set up here, all while still trying to make the plumbing and draining work. So that turned out great. There. Let's see here, what else? Oh, we got some underlighting here. Task lighting, which will be super nice at night, or you can just run with that at night if you wanted to. All the transitions are finished out nicely. And then this can be a 3-panel. He's going to mainly sleep sideways with just the 2 panels, but you can put a 3rd panel in here if you want to have taller people or more sleeping area. This seat will just recline and it'll be under the bed. This one does need removed because you can't recline it enough because the electrical system box. So give and takes in a 144, but look at how much space we have. Let's see if I can, there's just tons of room here. So well laid out design van by him. So yeah, here's some more Of course, you need some 110 here if you want to plug a stove in, more USBs. Just try to have outlets and switches where you're going to use them the most. We like to mill down the butcher block to 1 inch instead of the thick 1.5 inches. Kind of like the profile a little bit better. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. You can do bamboo too. Just like there's different kind of color variations, knottiness, more rugged. Did a little backsplash catch here. You can still ventilate your windows. Little shelf in your outlet here. But yeah, I don't know. It turned out awesome. There's these little hooks that you can hook all kinds of stuff on. We'll put the mattress in, 3-panel mattress, along with a 3-panel bed. Loaded van. Did a couple factory nice switches for the front Baja Squadrons. We'll mount the fan when he gets here. So yeah, I'm just doing a shakedown here. Oh, here's your switch for your outside light, and then also another one for your ceiling lights. So again, whether you're coming in the van or in bed, you can turn your lights on and off and dim them. Super nice. I think that's it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this van. I've been slack, and I got to do another video here on another van that we finished up. But the weather hasn't been the greatest either. Cooperating. But this van turned out awesome. You know, you can even continue to add more if you wanted to. But yeah, check out our, we need to update our website, launchvans.com. Haven't updated that in a little bit, but you can check that out there. Call in. You can ask for Eric, me, you know, to go over and answer any of your questions about the build. And then Justin and Celeste can help out as well. But yeah, this thing turned out great. Yeah, bring us your van. We're working on some used stuff right now, which are pretty cool, which I'll do a video on soon. Yeah, we can work on, I think one has 139,000 miles that we're doing a nice little build in, so it'll be a nice, cheap, inexpensive 4x4 van when it's all done. So whatever way you want to do that, we can help you. So anyway, hope you like the van. Let me know if you have any questions. Our phone number to reach out to us at the office for EM Motors or Launch is 208-853-2886. EM Motors website is emmotorsboise.com, and that'll have all our inventory on there that's for sale, used and new. And then launchvans.com for the build side. And so still got a few little things to button up on this thing before delivery here in a couple of days, but just wanted to do a video and get this one documented for you guys to check out. Hopefully it helps you with trying to decide what you want to do on your builds. And like I said, if you have any questions, reach out. Appreciate you guys watching. I should have brought my bike. It's beautiful Boise. Lots of good trails here. Anyway, thank you guys. Take care.